Welcome to another episode of the CNation PodTalk. Today, we're joined by the incredible Pradeep Singh Narwal, a former professional cricketer who played at U15 and U17 levels. Pradeep transitioned from mastering the cricket pitch to excelling in the corporate world. With dual finance degrees and a master's in sports business, he now leads influencer marketing, partnerships, and events at MyProtein India, connecting with top fitness professionals worldwide to inspire healthier lifestyles. Stay tuned for an inspiring conversation about sports, fitness. This is a must-watch episode of the CNation PodTalk, hosted by the amazing Suresh Rajan Iyer. Get ready for inspiring stories and impactful conversations you won't want to miss.
वहाँ पे भी kind of district की टीम में मेरा नाम था under 19 की, but they put somebody else in the final list. So yeah, after that, family said, okay, it's enough now. It's time to be serious about the future. And then I was into finance. I did a wealth management course. I got a campus placement in a treasury portfolio management. And then I was in a startup as well for an exchange portfolio management. And then I worked for 3.5 years in treasury for ABB India Limited, Bangalore mein. And then it was kind of a high time for me. I realized it's not my cup of tea. I can't do this anymore. So I was thinking to move out somewhere abroad to pursue my higher studies. I was already a master's in commerce, but यहाँ पे. So then I kind of looked out for sports business courses, and I did my second master's in sports business in Leeds Beckett University in Leeds. That was in 2018-19. And then, yes, I worked with the Yorkshire County Cricket Foundation. I worked with the Lancashire County Cricket Foundation. I did volunteer work during the Ashes 2019, even the World Cup 2019. I was there throughout all the international matches because I was volunteering, and I was a volunteer crowd management. So yeah, it gave me a lot of experience, and I kind of got some offers as well, but because of visa restrictions and all, I couldn't get a job. Then I was lucky enough that there was some opening in MyProtein. It's a nutrition brand, international nutrition brand, and I was lucky enough to crack the interview after 4 or 5 rounds. 3 4 months of a waiting period was there. So yeah, in since 2021 till now, I'm working in MyProtein. I take care of ambassadors marketing, partnerships with other brands and events as well. When it comes to the investor marketing, it's like starting from scratch. You look out for the creators, you look out for the fitness athletes, fitness influencers, reach out to them, analyze the profile, whether it's related to the brand or not, whether it's aligning the followers, the audience. Is it like organic or is it fake? So you analyze the profile. If you feel like, yeah, this is a good fit for the brand, then you negotiate about the cost and everything. And then once even the global team is satisfied, then you make a content plan, you make a you discuss with the team as well, what type of content, what are the dates, important dates where we can go live with and then after that, the payments and all. So yeah, this is kind of a regular
Right, right.
day for me, looks
Very,
like.
very nice introduction. I know you have all 360-degree introduction about yourself. Your
I'm sorry, I kind of overflow.
No issue. Because your name has got so many sports persons in the country. There's a
Yeah.
kabaddi player is also there. And
Yes, yes,
yeah,
and you'll
Cambodia.
be surprised.
Yeah.
You'll be surprised. They are from my hometown.
Okay. All are from your hometown?
Yeah,
The Cambodia.
not all, few of them.
Acha.
Pradeep Narwal is there, kabaddi player,
Yeah, kabaddi player.
and yes. Because Narwals they are from the same kind of. Most of them are from the same hometown. So yeah,
Haryana. You belong
even
to
my dad.
Haryana?
Yes.
Okay.
My dad was a kabaddi player, so he was in army, so he was in the services, not exactly services team, but yeah, he was in the regiment team. They keep on playing kind of for me it was for them it was a professional.
Hmm.
with all the championships and all they used to play in the army itself. So yeah,
Fantastic.
uh, I like the game.
That's a small intro about yours, a brief introduction. I like that, to make some questions out of that. Uh, Hello, viewers. This is Suresh Rajan from Port Talk CNation Art channel, and we bring on a lot of sports persons, various other persons from their different fields of life. We discuss their struggle, their challenges, their achievements, their successes, and their glories and whatnot. And similarly, we do have this time a name similar to so many other sports persons in the country, but he was a cricketer himself when he was playing in India, Pradeep Singh Narwal. That's right. But who is
Yes.
now in UK in Leeds after doing his sports management. Now he is doing his life into various event management and all those things. And we are lucky to have him today. And
Thank
welcome,
you.
Pradeep Singh, on
Thank
board.
you so much. Pleasure is all mine. Thank you.
That's it. Like a very similar question, it may not be a bouncer to you, but still, uh, being from Haryana, how you are attracted towards the cricket? Because Haryana produces a lot of wrestlers and other players, you know, like you are
Yes.
into cricket. Just
Yes.
brief about it.
So my dad, he was in army, and after every 3 year, you have to move places to places. So I was born in Agra, and we stayed in my hometown for almost 3 4 years, and then we moved to Jhansi for my initial studies, like till fifth, sixth standard, I was there, and then we moved to Nagpur, Nasik, and over there it was actually 2003 World Cup. Because during 99 World Cup, I was in Jhansi, like I was not so I was like I kind of a kid. I don't know what exactly going on. But yeah, there was a guy he in our class and he used to like that Britannia cake where there were some competitions were going. If you buy Britannia cakes, you will be one of those lucky person to you can get a chance to win the tickets for London. Sorry, uh, England 99 World Cup. It was like in England. So I was just like kind of heard something. Okay, some sport related like cricket is there. There is a sport. So, but in 2003, like when like I was in seventh, eighth standard, I saw 2003 World Cup, and that was the time like because my dad he's he likes cricket a lot. Just because of the that World Cup, he bought a TV,
Oh,
and
okay. Yeah.
I started watching, and throughout the day, like it was a really good thing to watch something very interesting. And when India-Pakistan game was there, because
Ah,
2003 World Cup, everybody know how hype it was,
right.
and I think India played one of the best World Cup after 2011, I think. So that was the thing, and I because I saw like everyone is kind of following the game, everyone is cutting the papers, like putting in their scrapbook in school, and then there was a I started playing, and one of near to your ground, the small ground we used to play. There was one gentleman who used to play with us with their kids. He was a Ranji Trophy ex-Ranji Trophy player. I
Hmm.
forget his name. It was like very, very long time back. So he saw me. He always used to take me in his team as a fast bowler. I had a very random action, but yeah, very flawless. Like it was a very sweet, very like in a flow action. And he asked me, why don't you play professional? Like, why don't you join a sports club or cricket club?
Hmm.
And I said, like, I don't know. I was in fifth or sixth standard, I think, yeah. And then he spoke to my father and he gifted me a cricket bat,
Oh,
this gentleman. And my father told him, okay, fine, let's, because there was a one cricket club, I think 5 6 kilometer away from our house where we used to stay in army quarters. And like, I started going there. My dad told me, like, after school, go there for 3 4 hours so that you will have some physical exercises now. Before that, I was a sprinter in my school.
idea.
I used to be, yeah, 100 meter and 200 meter. So I used to be a sprinter. And then I liked the game. because I was a sprinter, I kind of developed this bowling action, and I was a fast bowler, so I think that helped me to be a fast bowler. So yeah, that was the turn, like kind of a starting point for me.
Yeah.
And after that, there was no looking back, and I promised my dad that I wanted to play 2007 World Cup.
Okay.
Uh, I was a kid, but uh, I tried a lot. I got selected within a year. I got selected into a district team. I
Yeah.
was in the probables for under 15 with Harbour team. I practiced. I used to go there like before the matches. No, before the state selection happens, there was a camp for 30 people. They invited 30 players,
Probables. Probables.
and it probables, yes, in Vidarbha Cricket Stadium, the old one. We
Yes.
used to go there 5 a.m. Practice starts till 8 a.m. Then come back from Nagpur to County, uh, go to school, come back 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock practice starts
Yeah.
again, and it was a routine. So I think, yeah,
Fantastic. That means 2003 World Cup, instilled the thought of being a cricketer. You must have watched the Sachin
yes.
playing 98, not out, 98 out against
I
the
watched all the
all the
matches.
games.
I still remember even the century against Kenya by
Yeah.
Saurav Ganguly.
Right, right,
That was because I think we were about to lose. I
right,
mean,
right.
if we have lost that match, we
Hmm.
would have been out of the competition.
Out of
So
it.
I remembered most of the things.
Fantastic, fantastic. 2003 was really a lot of changes happened in Indian cricket at those days. Even
Exactly.
Srinath, the bowler Srinath was actually out of game, and
Yes.
Saurav Ganguly requested him to play this World Cup in that
Yes.
year.
Uh,
World Cup.
Yeah, and 6 wickets haul against England by Ashish Nehra.
Right.
That was my favorite bowling
Fantastic.
figures of that World Cup. So
Good, good.
yeah, good memories.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Even though it is more than 20 years, but still you have a lot of memories with you. Fantastic. So how come then, after cricket you got diverted to but study was going on along with you, or I think.
Yes, yes,
Because you
that
said
was
you
the
were a
basic.
commerce,
Yes, my dad
Master of
told me.
Commerce in this one. So that means study
Yeah,
was the prime importance in those days. कि पढ़ लो पहले
exactly.
बाद में देखा जाता है.
But yeah, because sports, like even my mom, she used to say only 11 will be qualified to play in that team. There are millions of people who play cricket who wants to be in those 11. I mean, obviously, she was right. I mean, she wants to give me a path. Okay, if not cricket, then there has to be something. It was not so commercialized as it's now. I
Yeah.
mean, sometimes I look back at the time, like I wish I would have born after, like, maybe 7 or 8 years later, then things would have been very different for me as well.
No, no, it's not like that, because those people, even in those days, I think 2 years earlier, 2001, Nilesh Kulkarni made a debut in Sri Lanka.
Yeah,
First ball
yeah,
wicket, he took that. But today he's
yeah,
into sports management college dean.
yes,
So it's a entirely different path you choose once you decide that what you want to do in your life. Like you have already
exactly.
chosen. Okay, you come out of cricket
Yeah,
and then you started sports management and you were in Bangalore for some time, and then you are in
yeah.
Leeds now, Leeds into sports. Because in 2019 even I was there. After the
Okay, during
Virat
the
Kohli
World Cup.
World Cup, there was a Disability World Cup or series was there in Worcestershire.
Okay,
We were there for 15 days and India won the game in that championship. Virat's team lost in 2019.
yeah, that
Right.
was very painful, but
Yeah,
yeah,
it was very painful, very painful. Dhoni became run out in the semi-finals. That was a deciding factor. Right.
exactly.
Now you must have rubbed your shoulders with those days players who are now like name in the Indian history or whatever. So any names to remember like that in those days?
Yeah, I remember one. It was not just one name, it like quite few names. So basically, when I was selected for under 17 district, Nasik district team, we went to play district games in Dhulia. So we played two other district, like it was three matches, and I took 17 wickets in those three matches.
Oh,
So and after that, immediately after that, there was a Ranji Trophy match between Maharashtra and Mumbai in
mm,
Nasik. So I mean, I think Sachin was about to travel, but I think he didn't obviously. But Agarkar was there, even Romesh Pawar was there,
Okay.
and Munaf Patel was there, and there were few other names from Maharashtra team as well. But I mean, they couldn't make it big, but there was like really good names during that time in the domestic circle.
Okay.
So I bowled to like I was a bowling boy for a few of the I remember one name Sahil Kukreja was a Mumbai opener.
Operator, yeah, correct.
Yes, so I bowled to him, and then there was few fielder shot in the Mumbai when they were doing the fielding practice. There were like one or two player shot, and I was lucky enough to standing just next to them,
Just
and
to
they invited me just to make sure that the players are even. So yeah, I actually practiced with
with the
Mumbai Ranji Trophy
Mumbai team.
team.
Wow.
Yes,
That's
yes.
nice
It
of
was
you.
just for half an hour, but yeah, it was like, yeah,
You said
dream
you
come.
were in Vidarbha. Have you ever met
Yes, Nagpur.
Zahid?
No, I just saw
No.
him. No,
He
no,
is
no.
in Srirampur.
I I was the bowling boy, not the bowling boy, the guy who stands during the matches near the like to take the ball.
Yes, yes.
So it was that match against Australia where Saurav Ganguly denied to play because it was a green
Hmm.
turf. So I was there for when Australian team was practicing before the games as well, and I was present as a ball boy who pick the balls and throws inside.
Right, right.
So yeah, one day I was selected for that thing, but after 2 days, like I mean, I just stayed there for like 3 4 hours, and then yeah. So
Fantastic.
I saw most every player, but I couldn't meet them.
Okay. Okay. That's right. So after the cricket, then you concentrate on your studies and then you picked up jobs and then you went to
Yeah.
Bangalore first
So
or afterwards you went to England.
no. So when in 2000, I think 8 9, I think it was 9 8 9, when because after, so what happens in cricket is you have to establish yourself in a club for, like, if you're for example, I started my career like I'm a 6 7 years old kid. I joined a club. If I'm staying in the same club for like almost 13 14 years, obviously the preference would be given to me
Right.
if I'm like a good player. But because of my dad's army background, we have to move places after every 3 years. So 3 years I played in Kamti, Vidarbha, and then we have to move Nasik. 3 years was there, and then my dad got transferred in Delhi. So after under 17 trials, I have to, because I had no option. I have to move back to Delhi, and Delhi was like really competitive.
Hmm.
I don't say that like I am not saying that I was like amazing player, but I mean obviously I had some confidence that yes, I can make some name of myself. But yeah, it was really tough for me to come at the age of 18 19 to establish in a very competitive Delhi side. So I think that was my turning point, and my dad, he also asked me to. I mean, obviously, you have family responsibilities, and also, uh, I kind of have to be inclined towards the studies as well to look for other paths as well. So I got to know there is a services team, Army services team, where Army, Air Force, Navy players plays Ranji Trophy. So I thought like let's try this. So I gave UPSC exam NDA. Oh, sorry,
Hmm.
CDS, Combined Defense Services. I
Hmm.
cleared written. I took 1 year off, just
Okay.
focused on studies. So I cleared that written, but obviously my I have knee locks, so I couldn't clear the physical.
Physical skill.
So yes, so I think I was not made for those things. Like so, yeah. And then after I was very serious about my career. I was like, what I'm doing now, I need to take some serious decisions. So I studied wealth management. I
Hmm.
did some jobs in some startups. Then I was lucky enough to get a job in a treasury in a MNC in Bangalore. So
Hmm.
yeah, in 2015, I moved to Bangalore for this. It was a really big company, a good profile. I really liked the work, but if you have played a sport that's your first love, always stays there, and you always wanted to do something or
Right.
connected with that sport, no matter how. But yeah, you always want to find a way that how can I connect with the game. So I wanted to go out to pursue some higher education.
Hmm.
So my senior, he was a very good friend of mine. He's still a good friend. So he advised me, like, if you're taking a risk, you're going outside of the country, you are doing higher education, why don't you pursue something which is your dream? It was a decision I have to take at the age of 26, 27, where most of the people are into mid management.
Correct.
And I was taking a decision to be a student again. I was not sure whether I'll get a job in UK or I have to come back. Then what is the job prospect? Obviously, I that time IPL franchisees cricket and franchisee sport was coming up, so that kind of helped me in taking that decision to pursue sports management. So yeah, I in 2018 I looked out for courses in Australia, US, Canada,
Hmm.
UK, and I get obviously 2019 World Cup was in England, so I thought like I might get a good opportunity to learn because Leeds Beckett, Yorkshire Cricket Club ground has some classes of Leeds Business School, Leeds Sports Business School. So we had few classes in the stadium itself.
Okay.
So I took this opportunity to come back to come to Leeds.
Very good.
So
Look, you are like a to and fro, like a pendulum. You went from cricket to then wealth management, again back to sports management. You are swinging here
yeah,
and there. But you wanted
yeah.
to continue the sports, the love and the passion for the sports that, made you to go to Leeds and all. You completed the course and then now you're working there as a sports management person, or what you're doing? What is your profile now?
So I take care of MyProtein is a nutrition brand, as everyone knows. It's a Europe's number one brand, and in India also it has a very good presence. And over there, my role is to hire influencers. So basically, I take care of influencer marketing side. I take care of some partnerships like brand partnerships, and obviously some small activations like with the if you want to do a small activation with your influencers on ground, basically offline activations. So I do take care of those smaller events as well.
Mhm.
Um, so when it comes to if there is a profile, I found this is a good fit for the brand, and the both the profile and the brand matches with each other. So I reach out to the profile, do the negotiation contracts, and then discussing about the contents, what kind of content in alignment with the trading team, what product suits best for that profile. So yeah, these are the some background works goes. I mean, people just go and see, okay, there is a reel on a MyProtein Instagram page, but there's a lot of work goes behind the scenes.
Right.
So yeah, so this is what I do on a very normal basis on a day to day
This
right
means
now.
that you're into nutrition, specifically nutritionist, and then you don't have any sports as a particular this one. You go to any sports category or only limited to field games.
So there is no so it's a nutrition brand, and I think right now in nowadays everyone takes nutrition no matter whether
Right.
he or she is a gym goer, they are the athletes. Like we have a bunch of like we have a mix of people on our roster. So
Hmm.
we have athletes who are either like if he's a basketball player, we have a skippers, we have athletes who went to Paris Olympics as well. We have people like Mukesh Gehlot,
Hmm.
Rohit Khatri, who are just into the bodybuilding,
Okay.
and there are few lifestyle people as well who do vlogging, who do take care of their health, their fitness on a day-to-day basis. So there is no kind of a fixed category,
Next
but
category.
yeah, whomsoever is into the fitness or kind of wanted to be into fitness, and we see there is the opportunity that this profile is really good, we onboard. Obviously, there we have to do some. I mean, there's so many factors involved before onboarding them.
Correct. Correct.
So there's no fixed athlete or like we just take athletes or we just take these. No, the
Gotcha.
person has to be like he knows what he's doing on a social media platforms.
Right. Right. Now then, are you based out of Leeds or any chance of coming back to your roots?
I'm always connected with my roots,
Okay.
but I mean, I still love lassi. I still drink lassi almost every other day. I mean, where other people eat pasta, I still want to have a paratha.
Right.
So yes, I'm in Leeds, but my office is in Manchester, so I travel 3 days to office and 2 days work from home. But now when it comes to the roots, uh, there is I'm thinking to establish myself over there and do something good for myself through my career, my family. So yeah, that was the one of the reason to move outside. But yeah, if I get a good opportunity, I kind of look out for. I keep on looking for opportunities, like because I am always there to learn. Even now, I've started marketing in AI from a course in marketing in AI from London Business School. It's an online course.
Okay.
So yeah, learning never stops for me.
That's right.
Uh, if there is something to learn, something to, make yourself more groomed into the industry, why not?
Now you're basically a sports person and a sprinter. Now when you cross over to the Leeds, the UK, when you said you are
Hmm.
going to Manchester, Manchester is a very football loving district. So
Yes.
is there any passion toward that game, football? Because a lot of players are there, they have played World Cups in football.
Yes. So I was not a football fan, to be very frank.
Okay.
But because of my career, because of my course, actually, the sports business. So when we started the course, it was so in our class there were 20 to 25 people, students. There was a group of 5 people from US.
Hmm.
There was a group of like 3, 4 people from different country from Europe, I think, and there was like a group of 5 students from India.
Okay.
We all were used to sit together, and other people, so the US, they used to talk about the baseball and handball and other sports, but Europeans or English, they talk about football.
Yeah.
We Indians used to just talk about cricket.
Cricket.
So if, for example, we have to give any
Exactly.
case study, we just take cricket basic, we know what we are doing, sorted. But I thought, like, I'm here to learn, because England is UK, basically it's a very vast country, and I was so surprised. There was a debate going on about their cycling team, that the cycling team was not doing well in the country. I was so surprised, and I was so kind of happy that these people take their teams or their sports very seriously.
Yeah.
They know what they are doing. So, and I had no knowledge about the championship, no knowledge about the European Euro Cup, how the point system works. And then I thought, like, this is the time I
Hmm.
have to learn about the European football as well. Then I started studying about the European football. How does this work? The whole Champions League, other small leagues as well, even the club football. And then that was the perfect time when Amazon Prime launched All or Nothing with Man City.
Man City.
I watched I watched the whole series in 2 nights, and I think from there itself, I kind of start building some what do you call attraction towards football. I went to watch football in Man City, Etihad, Man United. I went to Liverpool, Newcastle. I used to, when I was a student, I used to work in as a in the bars. So I was there in Liverpool, Leeds. So I watched so many matches with my friends.
Okay.
So that was the time, like, kind of, I thought this is a good experience to learn about the football as well. But still, cricket is my
Cricket
first
is.
love.
But to
Yes.
talk about cricket, then you must have met some of the English players, Joe Root or
Oh, yeah.
Ben
Yes, yes,
Stokes.
yes. I have pictures. Yes, I have pictures with almost the whole team. So during 2019 Ashes, just before the Ashes, so the players, when they used to come to practice in the ground, I stayed just next to the stadium.
Okay.
Even like till this year, I used to stay next to the cricket stadium. So if I go on my window, I can see the stadium on the top of the floor. And I, because we were students, we had this access card. And as I said about my volunteer roles uh, during the matches in Yorkshire County Cricket Foundation. So I had this card, and like I get this opportunity to enter into the stadium. Obviously, I was still working there, and I saw the pitch as well, the pitch before the game. And obviously, I took all. Even the Jogal Srinath was the match referee. Saklen Mostag was there. Obviously, Joe Root, Anderson, everyone was there. So I had pictures with even Jofra Archer.
Were you tempted to bowl against them?
I was, I was. Even I still play cricket in Leeds on a club level on every Saturday during the summertime. So it's like we just won a league, Division 3. We won Division 3, and now we were promoted to Division 2
Great.
in one of the league in Yorkshire. So yeah, I was tempted to ball, but there were so many restrictions, and like I was
That's
just
right.
happy to see them,
Yeah.
just to interact with them, just to understand what they were thinking and all. So I was like just amazed and standing there and watching them what they were doing.
But did you recently watch the England-New Zealand match? It's a very
Yes,
sad story for England. They lost by
very sad story.
443 runs.
I think, as always, is cricket is a very funny game,
Yeah,
and it's not until the last ball is bowled, and it's really true. And one thing I love about cricket is just the Test cricket. It's so amazing, so beautiful game
right.
that till the last day, the result can have goes to either side of the team. So it's the Test cricket.
Yeah, like what it happened with the India and Australia today.
Exactly.
Yeah,
If 50 or 52 overs,
yeah.
if any of the big players today would have start hitting
They'd have.
and the low middle order,
Result would
we
have
could
been
have won the
different.
game.
Result would have been different.
We could, yes. I was so positive about the result. The moment I saw like 3 4 wickets, quick wickets, and then I was like, yes, yeah, we can do it. We can do it. We can
That's
turn the tables.
that's very funny principle about the game of cricket. Then you don't know
Yes.
which ball will take the six or which ball will take the wicket.
Exactly. Even the yesterday when we were have to save the follow on,
Yeah,
Akash, they played that shot.
yeah,
I was like, if somebody would have played, it was in the hands of either Travis Head or some other players who were standing in the slips. But it's the game is like so beautiful, so
right,
energetic, so unpredictable. I mean, there's always a saying in sports, like you always has to be there has to be competitive balance.
correct.
That's where the interest starts building. So I think it was perfectly balanced.
Fantastic, fantastic. Now, Pradeep, what are your future plans? Do you have anything future to come to this side, or you have any other things to take up?
Yes. So currently because as I said, like learning never stops for me. So this player management skills I'm developing, like how to negotiate the contracts, how to reach out to the players. So I'm trying to learn those skills, and uh, once things are settled with me, I want to start my own talent management agencies.
Fantastic.
So this is something which I always wanted to do. And if I get any opportunity to work with any IPL teams, so at least once I want to work with any of the IPL teams in either in marketing or in brand partnerships, because I even when in MyProtein I negotiated with Rajasthan Royals for some sponsorships, and also that's what I want to learn, make contacts, and in sports industry is all about, there's no rocket science. You can't learn things, you just experience. You speak to people, you meet them, you learn about their experiences, you start doing things practically, and then you learn. So yeah, I kind of do negotiate with other brands as well about the partnership. So I mean, you never know.
Yeah, you're open to the any acceptance. Anyway, so
Yes, yes.
it was nice talking to you, Pradeep. And I personally, on my personal behalf, as well as our channel behalf, wish you all the best in your life, and may you get a lot of contracts here and there in all the different sports. Maybe you come back to India to we can meet each other, and then all the best in your future endeavors, whatever you do. Bring laurels to the country,
Thank you.
yourself, your family, everything. All the best to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Suresh, and thank you, team, for giving me this opportunity to, speak about myself, to tell people like what I feel like, and yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Really,
Thanks
really
a lot.
appreciate this. Thank you,
It was a pleasure
thank you. Bye bye.
for us to meet you. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Same here. Thanks. Bye.